Well, guys, I couldn't believe this, man. I thought this was a joke, but it's not a joke. Folks, it is 2025. If you are still wearing a mask right now, you need to look yourself in the mirror, folks. Newsflash, the Wuhan virus is not disappearing. It's just like the flu. It's going to be around forever. And I got to tell you, man, people like Dr. Fauci, man, is the reason why this young lady, who actually we're going to be talking about here in this video, is the way she is. This is Ben Affleck's daughter, man, with Jennifer Gardner. Her name is Violet, and she seems to be a lunatic, a complete left-wing lunatic. I can't believe this, folks. She is 19 years old. Violet Affleck. And why in the world is she actually addressing the United Nations? Why is she important? She's not important. She knows nothing about science. This young lady is still wearing a mask in 2025. But she went to the United Nations to demand mask mandates in 2025. She has to be the only person out there, man, wearing a mask. I mean, what have Jennifer Gardner and Ben Affleck done to their daughter? Has she been indoctrinated with the woke mind virus? Obviously. Now we know that Ben Affleck is definitely a left-wing guy. But boy, she makes him look like he is a far-right person. You guys are not going to believe this, man. Let's get into it. Right over here, Nepo knows best. Jennifer Gardner and Ben Affleck's daughter, Violet, demands mass masking during UN address. Now, my question is, why is she actually addressing the UN? She's a 19-year-old undergrad, and that's about it. Is she trying to be the next Greta Thunberg or something? I don't know. But look at this, guys. Violet Affleck, the 19-year-old undergraduate daughter of Hollywood's Jennifer Gardner and Ben Affleck, addressed the United Nations on Tuesday and demanded an immediate return of personal masks to combat coronavirus. We're living in a clown world, folks. She has been indoctrinated. And I find it funny, man, because she actually lives out there in California. And she's demanding masks, but yet Gavin Newsom just unmasked law enforcement. Another story, I digress. The first-year student at Yale's Davenport College was appearing as part of an event titled Healthy Indoor Air, a global call to action. My goodness. She was introduced as a youth advocate, the voice of Gen Z, a climate champion, my God, and clean indoor air advocate, and wore an N95 mask plus goggles for the entire time she stood on the podium. What? Really? Violet used her moment in the spotlight to decree it was essential to remain wearing masks even now, some 5 years after the Wuhan virus first spread around the planet after its debut in China. She told the UN the world has dropped masks far too quickly and warned coronavirus still represents a clear and present danger. What evidence does she have? Even the CDC has already said masks don't work because they don't. Even though she has an N95 mask, it's not going to stop anybody from getting the virus. Wow. And she's young too, man. It's young. Quote, this is what she says. It is neglect of the highest order to look children in the eyes and say, We knew how to protect you and we didn't do it. What? You got to be kidding me, man. Now, this picture is from May of 2024. Out there in LA with her mother, Jennifer Gardner. And you notice something? Jennifer Gardner is not wearing a mask. But Violet is. She's wearing a mask, folks. Wow. Let's listen to some of this, guys.
It is neglect of the highest order to look children.
No offense.
Hit the wrong button right there. Let's start again.
It is neglect of the highest order to look children in the eyes and say, we knew how to protect you and we didn't do it. We have access to a technology to prevent airborne disease, something that millions of...
Now, that technology she's talking about is the N95 mask, which is not going to stop you from getting the coronavirus.
Our ancestors and millions of people around the world today would kill for, and we refuse to use it. And I shudder to think of where we will be in another 5 years of unmitigated infection and reinfection. But let me say on the topic of generational memory that while I imagine no one in this room was alive in the time of Jon Snow or Ignaz Semmelweis, many of you fought the long and hard battle against indoor smoking. My only memory of that era, at almost 20 years old, is being confused as a child about the no smoking signs on planes. Who would do that? That's gross. My hope for this event and my belief in this community rest on the belief that we can and we must do that again. We can recognize filtered air as a human right as intuitively as we do filtered water. We can create clean air infrastructure that is so ubiquitous and so obviously necessary, tomorrow's children don't even know why we need it. We need the people who remember 2020, who were not like me, 14 in 2020, to be loud about the world that we were promised at the onset of the pandemic, when where we and our institutions promised each other that if we only got out of that desperate acute phase, we would do everything we could to protect our communities going forward.
Wow.
It is an...
Guys, I haven't worn a mask in years. It was dumb. It was stupid. I'm pretty sure everyone has been exposed to the virus. Everyone. I mean, if she want to wear a mask, I guess she can, but you got to think, man, we're human beings, man. We're actually supposed to breathe in air. I don't believe it's good for people to be wearing masks all the time. But there's another clip here. This is from last year, folks. She was actually demanding mask availability, mask mandates in hospitals, and clean air in all government buildings, including jails and detention centers. This is back in 2024. This is in LA County, guys. And look at this here. You guys see right here. No one is wearing a mask. No one. But watch her. She's going to be demanding masks.
Hi, Violet Affleck, Los Angeles resident, first-time voter, I'm 18. I contracted a post-viral condition in 2019. I'm okay now, but I saw firsthand that medicine does not always have answers to the consequences of even minor viruses. The COVID-19 pandemic has thrown that into sharper relief. 1 in 10 infections leads to long COVID, which is a devastating neurological cardiovascular illness that can take away people's ability to work, move, see, and even think, stands to exacerbate our homelessness crisis, as well as the suffering of many people in our city. It hits communities of color, disabled people, elderly people, trans people, women, and anyone in a public-facing essential job the hardest. To confront the long COVID crisis, I demand mask availability, air filtration, and far UVC light in government facilities, including jails and detention centers, and mask mandates in county medical facilities. We must expand the availability of high-quality free tests and treatment, and most importantly, the county must oppose mask bans for any reason. They do not keep us safer. They make vulnerable members of our community less safe and make everyone less able to participate in Los Angeles together. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All I got to say to her, never come to Texas. Never come to Texas. This is not the kind of person that we need here in Texas. Stay out there in LA. Now look here, Meghan McCain. Right over here. Meghan McCain slams Ben Affleck, Jennifer Gardner's daughter, UN speech. This is why people hate Nepo babies. Wow, you can actually see a picture of Violet right there without a mask. Looks like Jennifer Gardner. Boy, I mean, I just don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I mean, she's demanding mask mandate. Is she really that afraid? I thought Howard Stern was terrified of the Wuhan virus. At least he's in his 70s. She's 19. She's 19, folks. Boy. What? I'm trying to be nice, man. I'm going to keep that word to myself. But wokeness is a disease, folks. That was on full display right there. She's never going to get rid of that mask. Never. Jennifer Gardner and Ben Affleck, they have to know something's wrong with their daughter. You don't see them walking around with masks. You guys saw that picture. Jennifer Gardner's in her 50s. Looks good for like 51, 52, however old she is. She's not wearing a mask. But a 19-year-old demands mask mandates. I got a feeling, guys, Violet Affleck is never going to get married. She strikes me as one of these women, like, I don't need a man. I'm never going to get married, that kind of person. And what man would actually want you if you're going to be like that? That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.